Oh, good morning and welcome to Vlogtober day 24. Sorry about the noise, but I was up early this morning and couldn't get back to sleep, and I decided I wanted a cup of tea and come out to my sewing room. So the noise you can hear is the embroidery machine. I managed to find a piece of the water soluble stabiliser, the plasticky kind. So I decided to get my first cup of tea in the morning and come out here and continue with this bag, because it's just been sat there and I can't do anything else until it's finished. So yeah, well, I must admit my mood has lifted this morning. I feel a lot better, so we'll just deal with what comes today. So everybody else is still fast asleep. Charlie and Elsa are off out. They usually get up and go out and then come back for breakfast. I've not been into the kittens. I've got to do that in a few minutes, but I just wanted to get this going. So for today, I'm basically just going to get this embroidered, and I need to pop to the post office, and then basically I am just going to come back home, get in my comfies, and I am just going to try and craft for as much as I can over the next few days. So that's going to be good. Yes, as you can see, I'm in my dressing gown. I haven't even got dressed yet. It's a case of just getting up, and I thought, you know, I'm going to go and make a start, have a cup of tea, and oh, there we go. So at the moment it's just stitching out the beards. So then at least I can take the water soluble stabiliser, I can tear it off, so then at least I'll get an idea of how it's going to be. But no, it's going to be a play day today, and obviously boring stuff like housework, but I will catch you all a little bit later on. Oh, we're stitching out nicely here. Well, I've just remembered we've got to put our clocks back an hour tonight. Well, it's sort of middle of the night when we have to do that, but yes, we need to get an extra hour or so in time tomorrow, which is good. Mind you, it'll mean the mornings will be darker, and yes, the mornings will be darker. We'll get a little bit more light later on, I think, for a bit. Yeah. Oh, well, that's the beard done, so now I need to go and have a look and see what's up. Well, excuse me, this morning when I got up, I noticed my phone was sort of flashing a bit red in the top, and it looks like we've had a notification from the track and trace saying that South Yorkshire, Rotherham, our postcode area, has now been put up into high alert. That's a bit scary, really. So I don't know what this is going to mean, so I need to look into that today to see what we can and can't do now. And I've just finished embroidering out the set of tomtes, and I think they've turned out really well. And this time, yes, I did use a little bit of the white stabiliser there, but it just means I haven't got to soak the whole thing now. So yeah, and the plasticky one, that's worked out a lot better. So yeah, pleased with that. I'm glad I've managed to get out this morning and do that. And the colours are nice of the Harris tweed. So yes, so now hopefully I'll get that made up into a bag a bit later on. I might do something else today, not sure. I need to sort out the Harris tweed, see if I've got what colours I've got. I might even do some on the grey. So yes. So watch this space. So I'm getting very excited now. I just thought I'd share with you one of the little bundles of Harris tweed that I bought. That's one of them. Now, looking at that, you think all the pieces are going to be this size, and they're not. So I will unravel it and just show you sort of what you get. So it's all rolled up into a sausage. So let's have a look. That piece, so that for what I'm doing, that's perfect. You know, I can get a couple of hats out of that. And that's another piece. So there's a long thin piece there. That's ideal for hats. So these like ideal for like Scotty dogs or hearts or something. Now that's a different shape piece. So I think for a lot of what I'm doing, this is perfect. And this little bundle didn't actually cost too much, which was good. So yeah, so that's what I've got there. So that is a bundle. So now it'll just be finding some fabric that I can use, and then I could maybe make some something up with this. So I'm going to roll it back up, put the tag back on, and pop it back in the basket. Mind you, the company where I bought my corduroy from, and they had one or two other colours, and I can't remember what colours they'd got, but I'm sure they'd got like a cream one. Was it cream? You know, I'm going to have a look, because the cord's actually quite nice. So I think what I might do is have a look on their website and maybe order some more colours, because then I can use this. I've just had a look through my basket for tweed for some tomties. Now I don't have a lot in sort of the plummy colours, but I've got a bit here, and I've got that as well, and then I've got that piece. So I think I'm going to have enough here to make a few bags. So this will be, well, I'm going to make a start today and see what I can make. But I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back inside, have some breakfast, get washed and dressed, and sort the kitties out first, because I bet they'll be awake and wanting their breakfast. Well, as you can hear from the noise in the background, I am back in my sewing room doing a bit more machine embroidery. I've got a frothy coffee in my cute alpaca mug, and I'm actually working on the silver grey corduroy at the minute. So we're just stitching out the shoes and the beard. Now this time, she's got quiet. This time for the beard, I'm using a silver grey, because it just sort of dawned on me last year when I was making tomties. I made sock tomties last year, and the beards were different colours. So I thought, well, why not? Because the grey corduroy does actually sort of, well, the colour of the corduroy shows through the beard slightly. So why not grey on grey? So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I'll just put my coffee down and I will turn you around so you can just have a little look at how far I've got. So that's as far as I've got. I mean, I'm assuming that is showing up as a silvery grey, but that actually looks quite nice. As to what colour tweed, oops, there we go. As to what colour tweed we're going to use, I'm not sure yet. I've been looking through my basket and I've got a lovely bundle of different shades of blue, so I might have a quick look through that, see what it's like, because then I can actually do more of the same colour then. So I'll let you know how it turns out. Well, at least it's a little bit quieter this time, isn't it? The machine's finished, so I've finished stitching that out. So obviously it's not being pressed or anything yet, but as you can see, there is no water soluble stabilizer there. It is actually peeled off nicely, and this is tweed again, but it's not Harris tweed this time. It is a genuine McNutt tweed woven in Donegal, Ireland. So that is my tag that came in my bag. So it's still the same price as Harris tweed, but I'm really pleased with that. And I think having the silver grey beard adds to it. So it just needs a good pressing now. I mean, I love the colours, but my favourite is still the heathery one, the plums, the purples. That is my colour, but I do like grey as well. So yes, I'm really pleased with that. So now all I need to do is just tidy it up a bit and get some bags made up. Now I need to find, actually I don't think I'm going to be able to put the grey one together because I don't think I've got any fabric at home. I mean, I know I could nip down to the shop to get some, but it's pouring down with rain and I don't really want to go out. So I think what I'm going to do is try and do something else. But I want to do something else with the gnomes. Now, you can't see this, it's on my chair. But look at this gorgeous tweed. Now, I think this is Harris tweed. I can't remember. I know I bought it from a show a few years ago, and I bought it for, oh, it was like a wrap. Yeah, it was a wrap, and it had 3 buttons down it. It was like, it looked a bit like a cape, I suppose. And the pattern came from Crafty, the lunar lapping designer, and I went looking for some Harris tweed at the show because obviously, you know, when you go to a show you always get deals and things like that, and there was a stand there that had like remnants on, and I mean it still cost me a fair bit of money for that piece, and it wasn't wide enough. It was about probably about that much too narrow. So I was devastated because I really wanted to make a wrap. Anyhow, I think the following year I did get some tweed off Crafty, and yes, I made the wrap, and well, it didn't fit very well. I think at the time there was one pattern that sort of fits all, but then I'm sure she made a different pattern for people who are a little bit bigger. But obviously I didn't have one. I was that fed up when the time I'd spent all that time making it, it didn't fit, that I just took the lining out of it, and I thought, pack it away and I'll just use it for some bags or something. So it's still sat upstairs in my drawer. But they do look nice when they're on. But I have, well, what I think is if you're slim, it sort of hangs a little bit better, or it did, the first pattern. Yeah, but still, there we go. But it was a very simple project to do, so yeah. But like I said, I know she developed another pattern that was for slightly larger ladies. But no, I love the colours of this, and you know, it's a shame because I could have worn that shawl at work when it's cool. So I think what I'm going to do with this today, I think I might make one of my zipper pouches that's perfect for paper piecing and cross stitch, and put the tomties on. So it could be Harris tweed upon Harris tweed. Yeah, because I thought about chopping bits of it up for the hats, but yeah, I don't think it's going to work out how I want it to. But I think for a bag it will be fine. Or what I might do is, yes, make it into a bag, but I might hand stitch a tomty on. Maybe do our design of tomty and put that on the bag. So that's an option. But I think I might just go and have a cup of tea now and have a little think about what I want to do. So I'll catch you all a bit later. Well, I finally finished my bag. Not the bag I set out to make, but I changed my mind part way through. Anyhow, this is the finished product. So it's just an ordinary zipper bag, and I've put that fabric inside, so I've tilde, and it's got a quite a deep base. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it's nice. I do think I could have done with a slightly chunkier zip, which I haven't got. But apart from that, I think the fabric choices are okay. And I'll probably, if I do another one, I'll probably have a darker thread. Now that looked quite a dark thread. or I might have to have a grey or something like that to make it stand out. But apart from that, I'm pleased with it. So that'll look nice. That's going to be one for me. Yes, one for me, I think, that one. Anyhow, time's actually getting on. It's now sort of 10 to 3. My clock stops. Every time I look up, I think, oh, it's coming up to 2 o'clock. I hadn't realised my clock had stopped. So, yeah. So I'm probably going to pack in for a little while now and go and have a late lunch and a cup of tea. That's the trouble when I get out here. I get engrossed in what I'm doing and then I forget to eat. I don't know if I'm going to come back out here or not. I could do with doing a bit of knitting and a bit of housework, I think. Boring stuff, apart from the knitting. I've got a bit of hand sewing to do, so I'll just have to see. Might catch you a bit later. And are you watching Strictly? Well, it's halfway through at the minute and I've just popped it on pause. I thought I'd better come out and finish off my vlog, otherwise I'll never get edited or anything. I just want to say as well, thank you to everybody for all your lovely comments yesterday. Really appreciate it. I'm sorry it was a bit of a moany one, but I must admit I think it's sometimes good to share your problems, get it off your chest. I must admit I slept very well last night, and I think that's probably because I was talking about it. I didn't go to bed brooding like I do sometimes. Then I don't sleep very well. So yeah, so thank you everybody, and also thank you everybody who made comments against for the Tomty bags. So I have actually made a decision on them now. I'm going to keep on making them. I will make so many this week, and well, I probably will share them throughout the week. Different ones, maybe some Christmas ones, and they'll all be sort of shown properly on the podcast, I think, at the end of the month. Well, the beginning of the month, the beginning of next month, I should say, shouldn't I? Really? So yeah. And also I've had a sort of a bit of a think today about what I'm going to do about the website. As I sort of put it on pause yesterday, the woman I spoke to did say to me to go back on and activate it again, which I tried to do that, didn't I, last night, and it won't work. It won't let me do it. So I don't know what's going to happen now. But yeah, somebody got in touch with me last night, and I don't think he read any of the messages that the woman previously passed on to him at all, because he asked me all the same stuff, and I told him all what I'd said to her. Haven't heard anything back, which I might not now until Monday. But I don't think it's looking very promising, so I think the website will end up having to go. I don't think I'm going to have much choice. So I've been toying, do I spend my time building another one now just to get something out there, or do I go back to using Etsy? And I think at the minute obviously I've got a choice to make. Do I spend my time sewing and making things to go online, or do I spend my time building a website? And to be honest, I think I've made a decision. I think I'm just going to stick with Etsy for the time being. And I do use eBay at the minute for selling some of the fabrics on, which mainly it's Christmas fabrics I've put on there. So I think I'm just going to continue with that, and probably after Christmas, when sort of all the mad rush has gone and I've probably got a bit of time to think and sort things out, maybe make a start then, or between Christmas and New Year if I'm not doing much. Yeah. So I think that's the best thing to do. So I'm going to take the link off, obviously, for the website now. but like I say, it will be back up and running as soon as I can. But it'll still be sewuniqueuk.com because I bought the domain name when I set up, obviously, Shopify. So that is mine. So it'll all still be the same. It'll just be a different, I presume it's a host. So yeah. So I'm a lot happier now that I've made that decision, and obviously made the decision on the Tumpty bags. So I've actually enjoyed stitching them, even though it caused me a bit of a headache yesterday. But I've got the new, like I said, the new stabilisers arrived. It didn't come till, oh, what time was it? It was just 6:30, 7 o'clock time, I think it turned up, which was brilliant. So that's good. And I had to order a new light for work on my table because I'm sure I've only had that other lamp a year, but it's not working properly. It's one of these LED ones that you can have different temperatures of light, and yeah, you can have the brightness thing. You know, it's got a set of dots, and you can draw your finger up. And it's just not, it's very dim, so I've struggled it for the last few days with that. I thought, I can't believe it. My luck at the minute, it's terrible. So I've ordered a new one, different brand this time. So that's arrived. So I'll be taking that down to the shop with me, and when I go down, which I think will probably be Monday. I was thinking of popping down tomorrow, but depends what I'm doing. I mean, obviously I want to get on with some more Tumpty bags, so it just depends if I need fabric or if I can make do with what I've got. So yeah, so that'll be going down, and Kevin said he would have a look at that lamp. You might just have to take it apart and set it so it's at full brightness, which will be great because I can still take it back to the shop, and then I can have a light on each side of my table, which will be brilliant. And I can see what I'm doing, because sometimes I tend to sit in the middle for sewing and then one end to do packing, so I could do with a light at each end. So hopefully it'll be able to sort it out for me, which will be brilliant. Anyhow, I'm going to call it a day now for this vlog. Yes, well, you know, I keep looking at that clock and it's not right. It says 20 to 3. It's not right. Like I say, I'm halfway through Strictly. I've just put some tea in the oven. So, and also I want to edit this vlog. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. And I hope everybody's had a lovely day today. And I hope those of you who are watching Strictly are enjoying it, because I know I am. So yes, I will see you all again tomorrow. So take care, everyone. Bye for now.